All right. Today is day 12 on building my own personal brand and service-based business, going from absolutely 0 to 10K a month and much more. Okay. So you're welcome to join along the journey since I am recording and documenting this journey every single day on YouTube. All right. So you get the raw, the truth and the ugly, everything. Okay. In the same package. And, today I want to talk about how to do more in less time. Because yesterday I talked about a strategy to be more productive. Okay, to make sure you are productive, to make sure you get to the goal that you are setting for yourself. And you do not procrastinate and do what 99% of the planet are doing, which is doing everything but what you are supposed to do. And that's what I wanted to talk yesterday. I needed, to go during this call. So, today we're going to just, pursue with the rest of what I had to talk to you about. And if you're new to this channel, my goal is simply to record all of the process, all of the thoughts, the doubts, all of the actions and what I do really for real, whom I'm talking to, how do I, make my messages and what comment do I put, anything. Okay. If I have something to share with you, I will. And I don't mind, sharing some, mildly personal informations. It's fine. And, I'm building my business on X, on YouTube because of you and through my newsletter. Okay. And then I'm building some info products to help solo founders remove social scarcity in their lives and build meaningful connections. Okay. And so they become somebody that people are really attracted to. So that's what I'm doing. And I just started out like 2 weeks ago. So today, how to do more in less time. Very, very, very important. And that's why I wanted to refer to the thing I have said, which is not to focus on the minor stuff, on the things that actually truly do not matter, but focus on the major ones. And this is going to the heart of everything. And don't get me wrong, I am, not doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. I know every day, I am, stripped away, and distracted, not by actually source of distraction, okay, but my own thoughts, but me thinking I should do this kind of stuff. And instead, I do something else. I twist a little bit of stuff. I twist a little bit of my bio. I twist a little bit of my pictures. I refine here and there. I talk to 1-2% here, but truly I don't do much of what I said to do, because I know if I want to win in this game, which is first by making 10,000 euros a month, because I'm in Europe. So 10,000 euros a month. And to get to that goal, I need really, some action and some intentionality and some high level of energy to put in the work that I am doing to make sure that this rocket is actually going from the ground. And going to from the ground to the space, it needs a tremendous amount of push, a tremendous amount of energy. And that's fine by me because I love to work. I really do. I love to work. Not so much, just on my screen. I love to talk to people. I love to interact. I love to make connections. I love to build stuff around people. And this is when I get more energy. I don't know about you, but anyway. But even if I have to spend 12 hours a day behind my screen and building my stuff, I will do it because my mission is more important, because I know that now, before I turn 30, I need to get this thing figured out. I need to go full time on my business and make more than 10,000 euros a month, right? So that's why I need to do this. And I say a tremendous amount of energy, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be days where you're not going to feel this way. Okay. And, that's why you need to go to the heart of stuff. You need to go to the heart of stuff, meaning every time that you are doing something that is not the number one priority, stop doing it and focus deliberately, force yourself to do this very thing. And, every day, okay, you set a goal. for the first 2 hours of the day, you need to do this thing. And if this thing is actually accomplished, then your days will matter, actually. So you set one thing to do, one thing that would make a real difference in your day, and you just focus for the next 1, 2, 3 hours, whatever is best for you. You focus on that, you accomplish it, you make it happen. Focus on one single thing at a time, okay? And not multitasking. That's one thing. Do not multitask, okay? This is unproductive at all. You gotta be focused, okay? If you are putting some comments on X, for example, just like I do every day, you time yourself 30 minutes, for example, and then you do this for 30 minutes. And then once it's done, you do something else. But you don't just do YouTube, X, having a phone call and then texting girlfriend at the same time. No. It doesn't work like that, because then your mind is not intentional about one single thing. It doesn't produce the same amount of energy, it doesn't produce the same amount of results, of dedication, of creativity. It's the most important thing also. It's flow, okay? To be in your flow, in your creative state. And you get into the creative state when your mind knows exactly where he is going, what's his mission, and he can then focus deliberately onto one single thing. So yeah, go to the heart of things. Super important. So that means that you should be paying attention to what you do. You should be very, very conscious of it, and then shift, from doing what's minor to major. What is the most important traction for leverage? What is the most important thing that can bring leverage to you and really produce results? Not in 1 year, but right now, okay? What is it? That's what I'm asking you. What are the major leverage of your business? And you gotta use it, and you gotta make sure that these happens. And for me, one of the major leverages is to you other people's audiences. Okay, so that means collaborate. And if I can collaborate, if I can work with a creator and talk with him, or cross boards with writing an article or anything on X, for example, then to me it's gold mine. It's better. So I really want to have the best leverages, and to have another leverage is exactly what I'm saying here, which is delegate. It might be complicated, and to be honest, I haven't figured this out yet, but I know I must be delegating to other friends or people that I am going to be able to pay, and I need to delegate to those people, to have an assistant, to have somebody that is actually able, to duplicate my efforts on reaching out to people, and to make sure I get more visibility, because you can only do so much. Okay, but if you have people with you, people who understands the mission, people who understands how you're talking, who you are, and your identity, your brand, if you can duplicate your efforts and get more eyeballs onto your content because of it, then it's a win. It's a win-win, okay? So it's about delegating, yet not everything, because at first you need to be the one who is commenting, who is interacting, who is reaching out and connecting with other people, right? You absolutely need it. Otherwise, you don't clarify so much your purpose and your audience, what their struggle is, what's their problem, and all. Okay, so you need first to know exactly what you're talking about, what's the main problems, and all with your product or your services, whatever you're building, and whether you're building on X or not. Okay, on YouTube, on whatever platform, if it's a SaaS, also important to know what your consumers are talking about and needs about. Okay, this is majorly important. So this is why you need to focus on consumer feedbacks and make sure that you understand them. Okay, so at the beginning, you need that, and then as soon as you have figured out most of the problems, and you know the language, you know the communication, you know the words that you're going to use, employ, and all for reaching out to people and connecting with them, then delegate as best as you can, as much as possible. Super majorly important and underrated, okay? Even if you have to pay people or just promise some commission, you have to be so driven by what you do, that people are willing to work with you for free, And there's huge companies doing that. Firstly, they cannot pay their hundreds of employees, right? But they have such a driven and clear mission and such an amount of high energy that people are willing, to sacrifice a little bit of time without money to just work with this company in this kind of frame. Because your frame needs to touch other people's frames. And you need, people to be infected by you. Infected by your mission. That's true. Okay? That was Anthony. I hope that was super, super useful. See you next time and have a blast.